Hello everyone, thank you so much for liking my channel, The Utopian Garden. What I am going to bring today to you is that the same product which I had, or rather the same vegetable, the same seeds that I had made the video for in my last take. So this is the same tomato Arka Rakshak F1. So what I have done today is I had explained to you how you can end up making up to 4,65,000 a year with about, if I'm not wrong, 150 pots that you know, because you need to have one single plant in each pot. One single plant will yield 90 kilos up to a quantity of 19 kilos of tomatoes, which end up selling between 45 to 70 rupees per kilo in the market in and around your area. Now people living in tier 2 cities and tier 3 cities, this is probably not the kind of video you should be watching, because this is meant for people living in metros, people who are urban gardeners. So if there are tier 2 and tier 3 cities wherein tomatoes are selling at, let's say, 50-60 rupees per kilogram, then it makes sense for you to watch this video. So if it sells at, let's say, 20 rupees, 25 rupees, 15 rupees, something like that, it doesn't make any sense for you to watch this video. So I'm just being honest here. So this is the first phase of the experiment. That is why I have created this video. The reason is you can see two pots in front of you. They're not really pots. This one is a cane kind of crate, whereas this one is a regular mud pot, which is quite heavy. So what I have done is, this is, if I'm not wrong, about 12 inches in diameter. This one, I haven't measured this one, but you can presume it to be at around 6 inches by about 8 inches, something like that, or 5 inches by 7 inches, something like that, So what I've done is I've sown about 60 seeds here, not about, but exactly 60 seeds here. I've sown approximately 30 seeds here. You can say 25 to 30 in this one. So total number of seeds which have been sown in these ones of Arka Rakshak F1 are about 90 in number. So what I'm going to do is, now let me keep this on into the pot and let me explain to you. Let me give you the better angle for this one. So what I'm going to do now is, I hope you are able to watch this. So let's take 19 kgs per plant, like what has already been laid out by the institute in Bangalore. So 19 kgs per plant I'm going to yield, and then let's multiply it by 90 pots. So this is the quantity in my first yield, which happens after 110 days. So this is 1710 kgs of tomatoes in 90 pots or 90 plants. So let's now multiply this one by because we have taken the quantity per plant as 19 kg. So what happens here is that we are going to take the upper value of tomatoes being sold in the Indian market in the metro cities, of course. So I bought it last month for about 68 rupees, 70 rupees, 63 rupees, in that range. So let's take it as the upper value, which is 68, and now let's see the result, which turns out to be 1,16,280 rupees. Now this is the upper value. Okay, so obviously this is like the perfect scenario that you may have. Let's probably take the not so perfect scenario, wherein each and every plant is yielding about 14 kgs, which is, let's say, realistic for the Indian market, or the market out here in, let's say, Delhi NCR, or the weather out here in Delhi NCR. This kind of a harvest or yield is sort of you can say expected. So we've pushed the yield down by 20%. The yield that was claimed by the Horticultural Institute in Bangalore, so we'll push it down by 20%. So 14 multiplied by the 90 plants that I'm going to sow up, and so it's going to yield 1,260 kgs of tomatoes in 110 days. So let's now multiply it by a lower value, which is around 40 to 45 rupees. Let's take it as 45 in Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta and Hyderabad, this is the kind of price they sell it for. Now let's see the end result. So even this is not bad if you're getting it month after month, because as I had explained in the earlier video, what this has done is basically this is the first yield which happens after 100 to 110 days. But at the same time, what I'm trying to explain to you is that if you keep on sowing let's say 90 plants or 50 plants, like I had explained in the earlier video, you can watch that one as well. You can go into the list of videos that I have posted. There are not too many at the moment, so you'll be able to find that video. The title of that video starts from 4,65,000 earning, something like that. So this basically means the revenue from 90 pots, the 90 plants that I'm going to sow. But you can push it down by half. You can turn it into 45 plants, whatever is affordable for you, and then you can start another cycle on the 31st day or on, let's say, 31st day. So 31st day you can start another cycle, another 45-50 plants. Then on the 61st day you can have another cycle. Then those will be 3 cyclical phases in which you will grow plants, because the fact is tomatoes generally yield after about 100 to 110 days. So you'll need to have, of course, 3 phases, wherein then in the 4th phase you can actually use the infrastructure, or rather the pots that you've used, the frame that you've used in the 4th phase or in the 4th cycle. So this is what I wanted to show you, that I have sown 90 here, 90 or so, approximately 85 to 90. What I'm going to do is push it up to probably 125. If not now, maybe tomorrow I'm going to sow another 30 seeds or so 125 to 130, so that I'm able to get a yield of about, so if it's let's say it's about 130 plants, right, after 110 days. So 130 into, let's take an average with 16 kgs into about, let's take an average value here as well, so about 55 rupees. Alright, so let's see the result. So which is 125 to 130 plants yielding about 16 kgs and eventually fetching you 55 rupees per kg in the market. Right, so this is the price. This is 1,14,400 after 110 days. So if you are up for 125 pots, 125 plants, that kind of an infrastructure, you can end up making this much. Not really making, you can minus, probably subtract about 15,000 or so from this one every month, 15 to 20,000 every month in all kinds of costs. So you can end up making about 80 to 90,000 if you have 125 to 130 pots in which you've planted these Arka Rakshak F1 tomato seeds. So guys, thank you so much for watching my videos, and a big hug to you guys, and thank you for liking my videos, and stay tuned. I'll be seeing you in another one very soon. Take care. God bless.